The female body is so heavily scrutinized. You want to look like an Instagram model, you want to look like a celebrity, you want to look like, I don't know, a K-pop idol or something, but they want to look like that too. Because that's not all them naturally. We're not Barbie dolls. This is not Barbie dream house. We are human beings. You're right, babe. It's your girl Maria here. So I released 3 separate shorts that all did really well, and they were focused on the concept of body image, confidence, just being a woman in general, all of that. So I thought, why not make an entire video about it to expand deeper on my thoughts, because I feel like that's deeper and you can connect more rather than just quick 16-second shorts. So why don't I go through each short one by one and I'll expand on each. So the first short I posted, I believe I titled it A Real Woman, and then like the caption was perfectly imperfect, #body confidence, something like that. And in that short, I showed the acne on my skin. I showed, I believe, hair like under my chin or something, and I believe I showed like stretch marks. Yeah, so let's get into that. In fact, even before I get into that, let's just get to the base, the foundation of these things. It's insecurity. But now the real question is, what is the root, what is the cause that made especially us as women feel like we need to pick ourselves apart? And at least I know in my case, it was the overconsumption of social media. We're expected to have this picture perfect image, look good all the time, glammed up in such an unrealistic way. Now, don't get it twisted, I'm just a girl. Of course I do like these things. I do like, you know, to do the whole, what they call glow ups. You do like to get glammed up, and the makeup, I love it, and the glitter, the gold, the jewelry. You know, you go to the spa, you do this, you do that. But when it's become like the expectation, that's the default, that's how you're meant to look 24/7, we begin to lose grips with reality. Or this is actually, you know what? Go get some snacks, because I already had some points in my mind, but more is coming up. This is going to be a lengthy video. We really need to talk, my sisters. Get all your female friends, get your mother, get your sister, get everyone, yeah? So now it's like the female body is so heavily scrutinized, and I hope this video can help bring all of you, my sisters, back to reality, because our brains are being warped. I feel like if things continue as they are, which it probably will, unfortunately, body dysmorphia might just become the standard, especially with these images which are pushed on us, right? And I do have a tendency to ramble, go back and forth, so I may say one point, skip to another, then come back, but I really hope you're able to really stay focused and understand what I'm saying. Yeah, but let's just first focus on what I mentioned in the short. Acne. Now, acne, of course, can be triggered by different things. It could be hormones. It can be, obviously, you know, when you hit puberty. It can even be, obviously, our own doing, like bad skin. I'll be honest, girls, I don't eat the healthiest. Sometimes if I take something too sugary, like my skin is really reactive. Like I could eat an ice cream today and I promise I'll wake up and there's a new pimple. Or let's say one day I didn't feel like cooking, I took fast food, I promise I will wake up and my skin's breaking out. So if it is a lifestyle factor like me, that's something that needs to be changed, fine, sure. But some people, maybe they're just more prone to like skin, you know. I don't know if we have to see a dermatologist to get to the root, but there's always a deeper reason to why people are the way they are. And you know, with the introduction of like the filters and stuff, where we feel like I can't show my acne, or I've got hyperpigmentation, I can't let it show, let me put a filter, let me cover it up. But that's not real life. What is some acne? A pimple never hurt anyone. But I do also know there are some people that do have like extreme acne. But that's obviously something medical. That's beyond their control. You know, sometimes our bodies, the things it does, sometimes even our own bodies fight against us, which is sad. But it's like, and I'm not talking about that. That one, I do get it. And there could be other stuff like, what's it called? Is it eczema? But eczema is not acne. Isn't eczema like where your skin is really itchy? And some people, it can be so intense that their skin becomes inflamed. It really can be. But I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about people that maybe it's not like an extreme like medical thing, but they just have like a couple pimples here and there. And it's as if we're made to feel bad about it. Like, we're not Barbie dolls. This is not Barbie dream house. We are human beings. And skin has texture. I understand, we see the Vogue magazines and we see the Instagram models and we see like the Kardashians, this is not shade by the way, and we think, oh, we have to look like that, but you do realize some of them, even they don't look like that. Like girls, especially if there's teenagers watching this, you do know those mainstream women we see propped up, they're edited too. Even the beauty standards are edited. From the Beyonce to the Kim Kardashians, their pictures are heavily edited. It may not even be their own doing, but they're publicists and these people behind the scenes, because they want to keep up an image. When they take a picture of them, they're already beautiful women. Kim Kardashian is so attractive, this is be honest. Even before she had everything done, like naturally she's beautiful. But when she posts her pictures, the pictures are edited. It makes it look perfect. And there even actually has been celebrities that have pushed back, saying, please stop editing, please don't edit my pictures. I do believe one time Zendaya did say that, did mention the editing thing, and even Tyler saying stop face tuning. Like, what I'm trying to say, you want to look, or maybe you don't, but there's some people, maybe you want to look like an Instagram model, you want to look like a celebrity, you want to look like, I don't know, a K-pop idol or something, but they want to look like that too. Because that's not all them naturally. Majority of those people up there, it's like filler, lip filler, I don't know, face filler, face tune, eye lift, jaw surgery, I don't know, whatever. But like, why do you think there's even some Instagram pages that show Instagram versus reality, that show all these celebrities we see in pictures looking so perfect like this, but then when they're caught live in action by the paparazzi, there's a stark difference. It's still the same person, but it's noticeable, you know? And then the other thing that I mentioned in that short, I believe I showed hair. I've got like hair. I never used to grow hair. I'm not sure what happened. And I think somebody even commented that sometimes it can be hormonal, etc. But it's like, since when did it happen that us women were made to feel like we have to be completely shaven, like completely no hair whatsoever? Like, we do know, don't we learn this as kids, that when you hit puberty, you're going to grow hair? This is actually a natural part, and we have hair for like a reason. Like, it's as if, and we do need to realize that sometimes these things that we're given is for our protection. And there's nothing wrong with shaving, waxing. Like, I still do that. Like, I might even likely get rid of this tomorrow. But it's the fact that even though I do engage with these things like waxing, shaving, whatever, here and there, but I shouldn't feel like I have to be like that all the time. Like, I can't even be seen out in public if I don't have it. Like I said in this video, many of these things are insecurities are brought up through social media, and we can link it to stuff like the male gaze wanting to be attractive, of course. And we're not ashamed of that over here. This is not that kind of channel. Oh, don't care, like don't seek, but naturally, it's always gonna be there. You know, you grow up, you want a partner, that's a whole other topic. But it's like, we do know, especially those watching, I do have an older audience. It's different if there's literal children. I'm not sure if, I might have a few children subscribe to me, that's different, your children. But for the most of us watching, like me making this video, and those of you watching, I presume most of you are older, like women, 18 plus, some of you could be a little bit younger, like teenagers. We are women, not little girls. Wouldn't it be expected that a grown female body grows hair? Our body changes. We're not pubescent girls. We are grown women. I'll say it again. We are grown women. Have we forgotten what a mature female body looks like? I'll leave you that. And another thing that I mentioned was stretch marks. Let me be honest. I'm obviously on the bigger side. I have to admit, I'm overweight, yeah? And I used to think, oh, I have stretch marks because I'm fat. Like, it must be. But then I saw, oh wait, but slim girls have it too. Sometimes you just have stretch marks, it's not even a weight thing. Of course, they can also obviously even come up when you have maybe gained a lot of weight in a fast amount of time, but some people, they just have it. Some of these things are simply genetic, and that's it. You know, you can't fight against nature, you can't. As much as we can get all these creams to try cover it up and do that, which I don't even understand why we have to, like, well, that's just, if that's the genes we're given, that's the genes we're given. There's no point fighting and trying to get what you don't have. We should just, instead of fighting it, we should learn to try and work with it, you know? And then there's also like cellulite. Like, first of all, there's so many things on my body that I never thought of twice. Like, I never even knew what cellulite was. Then here comes social media, and you see videos how to get rid of cellulite, and I'm thinking, what's cellulite? Like, what's it? And it's like, I know there's some women who I've seen, even some YouTubers that I actually enjoy watching, and they were saying like, oh, I don't want to wear shorts because of my cellulite. And I'm thinking, sister, what are you talking about? What a vain world. Or even like having like a little like stomach. Obviously I've got a belly because I'm a big girl, but I mean like even slim girls have like, you know, a little pouch, like a little, I would stand up and show you, but like, you know, your belly, like a little thing. And I never knew this, but I found out that women, sometimes we have that little pouch regardless of how slim or big you are over there, and it's literally to protect us. You know, women, we have our The uterus, the ovaries, like, are very sensitive areas. Isn't that so cute? Like, our body's just there, like, oh, I'll keep you safe. I'll store some fat there for you. Like, the female body is so beautiful. I can't believe we've got to a point where we felt the need to pick it apart. And like, women were beautiful. Like, all shapes, all sizes, whether you're a slim babe, whether you're a bigger girl, whether you're tall, whether you're short, whether you have big boobs or small boobs, or even if you're flat, whether you have a big bum or a small bum, whether you have big lips, small lips. Like, I wish we could see the diversity. Like, I wish we could see the beauty in all of us. Like, we're not meant to be carbon copies. Literally just today I was scrolling, not on TikTok but on YouTube, and I saw this short and it was captioned South Korea before the surgery. Because obviously, those of you who don't know, South Korea, there's like a plastic surgery epidemic. Like, it's extreme. It can be extreme over there. But this video back in the day before the vanity took over, someone commented, and this was the top comment with the most likes. It was like, wow, before all that plastic surgery, you could actually look at them and differentiate them. They all have their unique features. They weren't like carbon copies. And that's what the world wants us to be. The world wants us to be Barbie dolls. Everyone has to have the same BBL body, with the same lips, with the same hair, with the same, like, why can't we embrace our differences? And I'd be lying if I said I didn't understand. Like, obviously I embrace love yourself as you are naturally, but I do understand why these things are done. Don't get twisted. I do understand why plastic surgery is done. Like, I know there's some surgeries that are necessary, but I do understand why women would be led to that point. And honestly, if I'm to be plain with you, I think not having money, not having the resources, not having at least extra money, like poverty, I believe in the past has really saved me from doing a lot of foolishness, has saved me from a lot. Like, I believe if, especially in my earlier teenage years, if I was like rich, like had that extra resource money, I believe I would have gone under the knife. In fact, not even I think. Girls, I'm telling you, if I had the money in my younger years, especially when I was much deeper engrossed in social media and trying to look like Instagram models, I'm telling you, I could have mutilated myself by now. So it's actually, it's sad, but it's true. Not having money has saved me from doing a lot of nonsense. Obviously now my mindset has shifted. Like, I'm not gonna, well, I hope I don't. Like, at least right now I'm saying I'm not gonna go to those extremes, but you can end up going down that path. I feel like I have excess Vaseline on my lips. Hold on. Hope my lips are not shining too much. There's actually this one celebrity. I think she's a rapper, really big in America. I never really knew her. I wasn't really into her, but I know of her, especially of recent. Her name is Lil Kim. My American viewers, you should know her, yeah? And you know, I remember I must have done a deep dive because I found out she did a lot of surgery, like changed how she looked. So I went back to see what she used to look like. Beautiful. Like, I'm looking at her and I'm thinking, girl, you're fine. You've got your chocolate skin. You've got the nice body. You've got the features. But for her, she didn't feel like she was good enough. Her skin bleached 1,000 shades lighter. Body completely different. Like, she was so beautiful. She was so beautiful. And you know, sometimes we can see the beauty in others and not ourselves. It's sad that she couldn't see it. And apparently there was a lot of childhood trauma and stuff that went on with her, and an abusive relationship, which I guess would even explain why. That actually makes me think of an artist called Queen Naija. She released a song maybe 7 years ago that was made in the midst of when she was going through a divorce with her ex-husband, Karma. Like, cause like her husband was like a serial cheater, like he was always committing adultery. And then she said in her lyrics, I guess because of what he was doing, she said, had me looking in the mirror, disgusted with myself, wishing that I looked like someone else, like the girls you liked on Instagram. That is so relatable. And as we speak, she went and got surgery and she's literally become that. Now she does look like one of them. And it makes you think, had all this not happened, the hit to her self-esteem, would she had ever gone down that route? And she even actually came out a few years ago saying that she even regretted getting her BBL. Such a beautiful woman. In fact, you have to embrace even further. She's of mixed heritage. Her father was Arab. I say was because unfortunately he's passed. And her mom is like, where is she? Black American, Italian, Indian. Like there's a lot going on. Like she's mixed. Like she's beautiful. Like she's mixed with a lot, right? And she talked about something. She always said, oh, I'll never touch my face. But then she went and got lip filler. And she was thinking of even touching her nose, doing something to her nose. But she said in an interview, these things never crossed her mind. It never clicked or came to her that she should touch her nose until she became famous and started going on red carpets. And you know those red carpets where they're all up close and personal, and you know how it is, girls. You have to be sexy, you have to be cute. And now she's thinking, I have to edit myself. I really hope she doesn't do her nose But it just shows how sometimes you can be secure in yourself, and then you get engrossed in certain lifestyles, you get into certain industries, and now the whole thing is warped, you know? But back to what I said, sometimes, you know, you can see the beauty in others and not yourself. Friends, you don't know what others see in you. Think of it this way, let me give this analogy. You know, like when you're in school, or maybe you're in school watching this, and let's say there's a boy that you like, yeah? But, well, I don't know about you, I usually keep that to myself. Like, even if I was to walk out onto the street right now, there could be a man that passes me, 10 out of 10 in my eyes. I could think he's so handsome, so attractive, and he would not be able to tell. Even if I was to glance at him for 1 second, I would just look away and then go straight. And in that same sense, not that it matters that you're seeking that validation, but you don't know how someone who could have also looked at you in that way, but you would never know because you don't see it, you know? Maybe some people, they can't handle rejection or whatever it is. And also, there's this woman, she's actually located in the UK, I think, and she recently blew up. Her channel is called Pearly, and she did a video titled, "You don't want love, you want to be picked so you feel worthy." And in this video, I don't remember exactly what she said, but she said something along the lines of, you're scared for someone to love you, like naturally you, when you're not all glammed up and whatever. And that really hit home. Like, that video, I felt like she was calling me out. Like, is it that you really want love, or you just want the validation for someone to look at you and pick you and choose you? You know how they say, pick me, choose me. Like, and then you're thinking, oh, please watch it. Wow. Yeah, it's true, girls. And my channel is for women, my channel is for men too. But I just want, even this is a girl talk, I want everyone to feel more comfortable in their skin. Maybe one day I'll do a separate video, maybe a collab, maybe when I'm bigger, and if there'll be a boy who wants to be in my video, and we could talk about insecurities that boys have versus girls, and we can just speak plainly and be vulnerable. But girl, my sister's watching, do not allow social media to warp your mind. Like, it's natural. Having hair is natural. Stretch marks, natural. Like, all these, this is just, especially as you age, these things just naturally come up, you know? What's the other thing that I mentioned? Or features. There was one particular video I did, even though this is mainly targeted towards black girls, but I know other people of all races, all backgrounds could feel away. Like, I talked about my features, embracing my black features. And of course, there are exceptions to every rule. Every black person is not a carbon copy. We are not a monolith. This is just for some of those who do fit what I'm going to say. So it is not uncommon for especially those of us, someone who is black, to have like bigger features. So for example, someone like me who does fit that mold of, you know, darker skin, bigger features, natural everything, I have what could be classified as a big nose. I've got a broad nose, so it's like broad, it's like bigger and like more flat. Like I've got a broad nose, see? And I've got very, very full lips. Like, there's no lip filler in this, guys. This is straight from my mum, straight, my God, like, this is natural. See? And it's crazy because now the craze and the push is for lip fillers. Now I'm seeing, for example, people of other races, like, for example, I see lots of white girls who go and they do filler, and it makes me feel bad for them, where they feel like they have to do that to themselves. And it's just so crazy because they're giving me people that tell me, Maria, I want bigger lips like yours. But guys, there was a point in time, I can't really explain this, where I Googled lip surgery. I was looking into if there's a surgery for me to get smaller lips. And again, it's not, and there are people that do it, and I saw it was mainly black and brown women who were doing this surgery where they can literally cut your lip and make it smaller. It's like, I think it's like the grass is greener theory. Women with smaller features, especially those of different ethnic backgrounds, some have smaller features, and they're doing stuff to make the features bigger, like lip injection, or like the lip plumping thing. I remember when there was the craze, the Kylie Jenner lip challenge, cool. But then now there's me on the other side of the spectrum with these natural full lips that some people want, and I'm looking into surgery to make them smaller. I remember in certain pictures I used to do like this to like make my lips smaller, or like I look at myself and I feel like my lips are taking up my face. It's like, the thing that you're insecure about now can be a trend tomorrow. Isn't that crazy? The world is always changing. Like, this is why you shouldn't try to follow and get something done just because the world is pushing it, because it's bound to change its mind at some point. But sisters, I want you to love you for you. And if you are going to change something about yourself, because I do know some of us who do need changes, let it be things within your control. And please don't go to drastic measures. What is in control? My weight is in my control. If I really wanted to lose weight and put my mind to it, I 100% could. I could change like eating habits and get clearer skin. There are some things I can do, you know? But when it comes to this whole, like, I don't know, what do you call it? Ethnic rhinoplasty, cutting myself up to get a new nose, not even because I need it, not because I have nasal problems, not because there's an issue, but purely for vanity, like chopping my, like, we're not meat, guys, we're not pieces of meat to be butchered. No, I like, you never want to go too far, you know, because I feel like once you start, you never stop. And I could say to myself, okay, let me just get my nose done, then I'll be happy. But then let's say I like the results so much. Okay, fine, let me do my lips. Okay, fine, let me do my boobs. Okay, like you keep saying, okay, one more. I believe things are natural in proportion. When it becomes extreme, it's like, it's too much. You end up mutilating yourself. You don't even look human anymore. Reaching a place of no return. We've begun to forget the natural purpose or the natural use of certain body parts. Women, we have boobs. We know if someone has children, the boobs, breastfeeding, feeding your child, nursing your child, but we've made the boobs so vain that we think that we'll just shove plastic in there because they have to be perky. Like, the bigger your boobs are, I hope YouTube doesn't demonetize me for saying that. Can I say that word on here? Okay, let me call it something else just in case. Let's call it coconuts. The bigger your coconuts, of course, is going to weigh down, gravity. It is not possible to have, let's say you have really big or much bigger coconuts, they're not going to be sat up perky. Like stuff like whether it's the vanity of what we're seeing online, or whether it's like, what word can I say? Corn, women in corn who are heavily, like they don't look like that. That is surgery. Like I could, there's so much I can say, but like, it's okay if your coconuts sag. Mine aren't set up in the sky. Of course, when you're wearing a bra, it picks them up, but of course, the bigger they are, they're gonna go down. And as you age, they're gonna go down. Who said they're meant to be up there? Like, I don't know if it's like the F-boys that made this a standard. Like, people that don't know how the female body operates always have the most to say about it. These F-boys and all these weirdos. Like, women, our bodies are beautiful, they're sacred. Like, ugh. And even the bottom, we'll call it the bum, feeling like, oh, I have to do 1,000 squats to make it bigger. Like, love your bum. We'll call it peach. Love your peach as it is. You don't need a huge, like I have a big one. And trust me, if you don't have a huge one, you're not missing out. If anything, one downside is the over-sexualization. Like, even if you're not trying to be sexy, you're just wearing a nice dress, and there's these perverts, like, it's just, like, it's okay to embrace your body. If you're a slimmers, small boobs, small bum, rock it. If you've got the big bum, the whatever, rock it. Like, just love yourself and accept that God made us all differently. Please, sisters. I love you, my sisters. Please love your body. You look good. Set good. Body good. Body good. Body good. Nice, clean body good. Let me stop. Goodbye. More on this in another video.